Hi everyone, you have reached Chronicles of the Gray Hair Diva. If this is your first time, welcome. If not, welcome back. For all of you out there, hit that subscribe button and the notification bell so that every time I upload a video, you will be notified. Happen to like this video? Hit the like button, chat with me in the comments, and when I get an opportunity, I will chat back. And finally, share my video with your friends and family so that they can come to my channel and get to know me also. I'm here, guys, with a quick video on the COVID vaccine. There has been so many debates on whether or not people should get the vaccine. It is an especially huge debate amongst the African American community, the Black community, whichever term you want to use. But I mean, the debate is tremendous. A lot of people are equating the vaccine to the Tuskegee experiment. I mean, if you don't know about that, just read about it in history. But they're pretty much saying that, it's like the world is trying to get rid of us by putting something harmful in our body via this vaccine. A lot of people don't like the word that they're using, that they're calling the COVID vaccine a vaccine, because they're saying it's not truly a vaccine. It's proteins or whatever that they're putting in your body to help build up your immune system. In the event that you come across or encounter or get COVID-19, you will not have a severe case like you might have had you not gotten the vaccine. So with all of this information out there, with all of these myths, you have to ask yourself, what should I do? The problem with myths and with a lot of contradicting information about the vaccine, it leaves people frozen and stuck and almost have them in fear. And they're like, well, you know what? I'll just eat better. I'll keep my immune system up myself. I'll take my vitamins. I'll do what I have to do, and I'll take my chances just in case I get COVID versus getting the vaccine. I'm not here to make your decision for you. That's something you're going to have to do for yourself. So first, I'll back up a little bit and say this. Right now, they have the Pfizer 2-dose vaccine now. They have the Moderna 2-dose vaccine, and they have the Johnson & Johnson 1-dose vaccine. I think with the recent information that came out about the Johnson & Johnson 1-dose vaccine, at this point, I think even if they offered people $2,000 Visa gift cards to spend wherever they want, they probably still would not get the Johnson & Johnson 1-dose vaccine, because recently it came out in the news that the vaccine causes blood clots. So it has steered a lot of people away from it, and it has also enhanced the fear for those that had, a fear or a little suspicion about the vaccines, period, whether they were Johnson & Johnson, the Moderna one, or the Pfizer one. But I think because of this whole debacle with the with the Johnson & Johnson 1-dose vaccine, I think that people, when they do go get the vaccine, even when they re-release the Johnson & Johnson one, I think there's going to be very few people willing to get that particular version of the COVID vaccine. However, there is the Pfizer 2-dose and there's the Moderna 2-dose, and people have mixed reactions to it. Some people feel that when they got the vaccine, they had no side effects. Other people felt the first vaccine they did fine. When they got the second one, that one kind of wiped them out for a couple of days. They felt like a truck hit them, but after that couple of days, they were fine again. I can't say, and I don't know if you get the vaccine, how your body will react, because all of us, regardless of what the situation is, we react differently to medications, vaccines, to foods, to exercise, to everything that we do. A lot of people, part of their fears with the vaccine is they're saying, well, it's not 100%. I could still get COVID. You could still get COVID, but the thing is saying that you may not get the severe case that has put our country in lockdown. You may not get that particular version of COVID. Others are saying, well, I'm hearing that I may have to get this every year. That's the same thing that happens with the flu shot. And if you look up the history of vaccines, the history of the chickenpox vaccine, the MMR vaccine, if you look at the history of the vaccine, none of those vaccines had ever said that they guarantee that you won't get the condition. They're saying that when you take the vaccine, it lessens your chance of getting the disease. And in addition to that, if you do get it, you won't get a severe case of it because your body is already has some type of immune response to it. It's not new to your body. It's something that your body already was introduced to via the vaccine or maybe even exposure. So with that being said, I got the vaccine. I got the Moderna dose. It's not because I wanted that one over the Pfizer one. I was actually scheduled to get the Johnson & Johnson one, and it just so happened the day before I was supposed to get it is when the news came out with this whole blood clot situation. So I didn't get that when I rescheduled my appointment, and I got the 2-dose Moderna. I only got my first dose, and sometime in May, I'm going to get the second dose. That's the decision I made for myself, for my family, for my friends. But also, as a nurse, I am used to getting vaccinated. So I had a certain mindset about vaccines anyway. Working in the hospital, I no longer work in the hospital. When I did work in the hospital, you cannot, every year you had to get the flu vaccine. It was either every year or every season. So I'm just used to getting vaccines, and I don't have a mindset like of a negative connotation attached to getting vaccines. I do agree that there are ways that you can naturally build up your immune system to fight against almost every disease. But however, most of us are not really doing that. We say we're going to do it, but we're not consistent with it, and we don't do it. However, if you're out there, you're consistent with building up your immune system, you take your vitamins, you eat clean and healthy, you take care of yourself, probably you can naturally, if you do come into contact with any disease, let alone COVID, your body probably will have the wherewithal to withstand and fight and beat that disease. There's other people that are like, I don't know what's in this vaccine. I don't know what they're giving me. And that's the reason why I'm not going to take it. Well, I hate to say this. If you eat fast food, McDonald's, Wendy's, Popeyes, Chick-fil-A, you don't know what's in it. You don't know what you're really putting in your body, but you pluck it in your mouth easily every single day or every other day. All of these little fast food, the Dunkin' Donuts, the Starbucks that we go to every morning, sugar is the devil for your body. The devil for your body. But yet, some of us go to these, chains to get our coffee every morning, and we're like, we want it light, sweet, and with sugar and laced with all of this stuff that is wreaking havoc on your body. So I'm just saying that you have to have a balance in life. You have to figure out what's best for you and your family. But you also, and especially right now to my African American community, to the Black community, you have to think about it and not always lean and go with the myths out there or the tales that people tell and that are connected to vaccines, pharmacy, and all of that. If you pick up just your regular bottle of Tylenol, it has a ton of side effects on there. You can have issues with stomach pain, vomiting, bleeding, so forth and so on. But yet most of us, when we get a headache, we pick up the Tylenol, we pop the Tylenol, and we think nothing of it. The same that all of your over-the-counter medications have side effects. Yes, this vaccine has some side effects. Will every person that gets the vaccine suffer from those side effects or the same side effects? No. Can they even when they do clinical testing, can they determine every single thing that might happen to a person as a result of taking this vaccine? No. Do we know the long-term effects of this vaccine? We do not. All I can say is, I'm not here to promote the vaccine. I'm not here to shame people that don't want to take the vaccine. The decision is yours. All I say is that everyone should make the decision wisely. And yes, you have to inform yourself, but the hard thing about informing yourself, the more you read, the more you may get a 50-50 balance of the cons and the pros. And that's when you have to end it and say to yourself, what should I do? All I can say is every medication that I take now, every vaccine that I get, my only guarantee is I pray to God, let this medication or let this vaccine do only its intended purpose. And that for me is my guarantee, because there's nothing else in this world that we can guarantee in life. When I was growing up as a kid, they said the only thing that's guaranteed is that, one day you will die and that you always have to pay taxes. And really, to me, that's our only guarantees in life. One day, no matter how healthy we are, all of us will have an end date here on this earth. And depending upon your beliefs, you go where you go. I want to be in heaven with God. That's my belief. Okay, so that's one thing. We all gonna go one day, someday. And then in addition to that, no matter who you are, you always got to pay taxes. So other than that, can they make a vaccine that's going to guarantee no side effects, that you will never get the disease that the vaccine is supposed to prevent? They could never do 100% guarantee. However, I will say this, we heard all the stories. COVID is horrific, and it has been taking out communities. It's taken so many lives. And then the devastating part now is when you have a family member that is in the hospital, it's like they're in there alone. They barely let visitors in. It's just horrible. So I'm wishing, actually I take the wish back. I'm praying for the best of health for everyone out there. Make your own informative decision about the vaccine. If you decide to get the vaccine, don't drive yourself crazy after you get it. Pray to God, pray to who you believe, get the vaccine. Make sure you have good thoughts, because negative thoughts brings negative things. So get the vaccine. Believe once you get it that it's going to protect you, and then carry on with life. And of course, do your other safety measures of wearing your mask, washing your hands, and just staying away from others when you get sick, period, which we, always should have been doing all along. And then you go on from there. So guys, listen, stay safe. Read about this vaccine if you decide that this is what you want to do for yourself and your family. Read about the vaccine. Don't keep taking negative thoughts in and information in about it from others if this is what you want to do. When people call me and say, oh, the second day, the second shot, my friend was sick as a dog, this and that, I don't listen to the stories, because I don't want all of that negativity just sitting in my brain. In my mind, I'm like, God, you sent me to get this vaccine. This is the word I believe I heard from you. When I get the second one, just like the first one, I was fine. When I get the second shot, I'm going to be fine also. So guys, listen, take care. Protect yourself as best you can from this COVID-19, especially, like I said, in the African American community and the Black community. It has been wiping people out by the dozens. Inform yourself. Make sure you just know what you're doing, and keep yourself and your family safe. And if you are sick or you have been around someone sick, don't go around the rest of your family members. Just quarantine yourself for 7 to 10 days before you go around others, especially if you've been around somebody that told you clearly they had COVID. Don't spread it. Don't be a super spreader. All right, guys, happy Saturday. Thanks for watching. Don't forget, hit that notification bell so that every time I upload a video, you will be notified. We'll talk soon. Stay safe.